Most decimals can also be written in a fraction form. Let's do a few problems where we convert decimals to their corresponding fraction form. First of all, here we'll look at A. In A, we're going to convert 0.4 to a fraction. 0.4 can also be written as 0.4. The 0 in front is optional, not required. Now, if I want to convert 0.4 to a fraction, I want to think about the place value of that 4. 4 is just to the right of the decimal point. That's in the tenths place. So I can rewrite this decimal as 4 tenths. That's 4 over 10. Now, whenever we write a fraction, we want to reduce it to lowest terms. So let's go ahead and reduce this fraction. The 4 up above I can break down into 2 times 2. The 10 below is 2 times 5. I can cancel a factor of 2 above and below. And that leaves me with 2 over 5, or 2/5. 2/5 is the fraction form of the decimal 0.4. Let's do another one. 0.75. 0.75 can also be written as 0.75. Again, the 0 is optional in front of the decimal point. Now, in order to convert 0.75 to a fraction, we want to think about the place value of the digit that's written furthest to the right. 7 is in the tenths place, but 5 is in the hundredths place. So we can rewrite this decimal as a fraction 75 over 100 because the 5 is in the 100ths place of the decimal. Now let's reduce 75 100ths to lowest terms. We want to break down that 75 up above. There's a lot of ways we can break that down into factors. One way is to think of counting by 25s. 25, 50, 75, 100. Because we hit 75 when we count by 25s, 75 is a multiple of 25. In fact, it's equal to 3 25s, or 3 times 25. For the same reason that 75 cents is the same as 3/4, 3 25-cent pieces. Down below, let's break down the 100. 100 we can write as 10 times 10. And now I don't see any numbers I can cancel yet, but I can continue breaking down the numerator and denominator into factors. 3 is prime, so I'll just recopy that, times 25 is 5 times 5. Down below, this 10 I can write as 2 times 5, times another factor of 10 is another 2 times 5. And now I do see some of the canceling that I can do above and below. 5 above cancels with the 5 below, another 5 above with the 5 below. And I think that's all that I can do here. I have a 3 left above, but no 3s below. There's no more canceling that I can do. So I'm going to, let's see here, I have a 3 all by itself up above, just recopy the 3. And down below, I'll multiply together the factors that are left. 2 times 2 is 4. And I have 3/4. 3 over 4, or 3/4, is the fractional form of 0.75. Let's do another. 0.025. Again, I could write that decimal as 0.025. The 0 in front of the decimal point is optional, but the 0 behind is absolutely required. That 0 truly affects the value of the decimal. Let's convert to a fraction form now. We want to think about what the place value is of the number furthest to the right. So let's count tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The 5 is in the thousandths place. So I can write this decimal as 0.25, which is the same as 25, over 1,000. Now, because I'm treating that 25 like a whole number, Now this 0 up above is no longer required. That's the same as just 25 over 1,000. And we're going to reduce that fraction, 25 over 1,000, to lowest terms. Let's start breaking down the numerator and denominator here. 25, I can write as 5 times 5. 1,000, because it has a 0 on the end, I can think of as 100 times 10. Let's keep going. Up above now, 5 times 5, I can't break down further. The 5s are prime. Down below, the 100 I can write as 10 times 10 times the 10 that was already there. In fact, this 1,000, notice, has become 10 times 10 times 10. Now, keep going. I think I'm going to get somewhere in my next step. I have 5 times 5 above. And each one of these 10s I can factor now into a 2 times 5. I have a 2 times 5 for the first, times a 2 times 5 for the second 10, times a 2 times 5 for the third. And now I see that I do have some factors I can cancel above and below. 5 above and below, another 5 above and below. That's all the canceling I can do. I ran out of factors up above. So what has this fraction become? Now when all the numbers cancel above, there's always a 1 left behind. So I have a 1 left to hold that space above. Down below, I need to multiply the factors that are left together. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 5 is 40. So I have 1 over 40, or 1/40th. 1/40th is the fractional form of 0.025. Let's do one more. 0.3600. Now, this decimal actually has several unnecessary zeros. The 0 in front of the decimal point does not need to be written. I can write 0.36. And the zeros to the right also do not need to be written here. Zeros on the right end of a decimal, to the right end of the decimal point, do not need to be written, do not affect the value of the decimal. So here, I can just write this decimal as 0.36. And now, if I think about converting to fraction form, I have 3 in the tenths place, 6 in the 100ths, so I can write this as a fraction 36 over 100, because the 6 is in the 100ths place of the decimal. Let's reduce this fraction now to lowest terms. Let's start breaking down the numerator and denominator here. 36 is, one way to break it down is 6 times 6. There are several ways we could do this, but I'll use 6 times 6. Down below, several ways again could be used, but I'll use 10 times 10 for 100. And then 6 above, I can break down as 2 times 3. That's one of my 6's. Times another 2 times 3. That's another one of my 6's. Down below, I have 2 times 5 for one 10, times 2 times 5 for another. And now I see there is some canceling I can do. A 2 above and below. There's another 2 above and below. And now I don't see any more canceling. I have just 3's above, 5's below. I can't break the numbers down any further. They're all prime. Because I can't cancel anymore, I'll just go ahead and multiply the factors that I have left back together. Up above, I have 3 times 3 is 9. Down below, 5 times 5 is 25. So 9 over 25, or 9/25ths, is our fractional form for 0.3600.